Welcome back to the channel. Today I just really quickly want to talk about another investment that I think is really easy, that I want to see how it's going to age. This is kind of why I make these videos. Half the time I'm making them to alert people of like what I'm doing financially because I think it's a smart move, and the other half the time I just want to look back on these videos and see how these investments age. And one thing that I think is going to age really well is actually possibly Korean cards, because I think Opossum Bud made a video called The Writing is on the Wall with Japanese or something like that, and I personally fully relate to that video because in 2021 I was with a group of people and we were hunting for Pokemon, and I told them, I was like, hey, I think Japanese is a good buy. They got all these tag team sets, it's cheap, the print quality is great, you're guaranteed hits, it's great. They're pretty cheap and they're readily available, and nobody cared. And now, years later, looking back, I got Remix Bout, Double Blaze, Sky Legend, and Miracle Twin boxes. All of them I got for around $52 each, and that's shipping included. And now if you look at the prices, only like 3 years later, they're selling for about like $250, $200, $300, maybe a little less than $300, but they're about to break that mark. But all these types of boxes are actually doing really well. Now, I personally think that these are special sets because they were tag team sets, and that seemed to age really well. So I can't say that every single booster box is going to age well, especially if they're doing a lot of reprints on a specific set or anything like that. However, Opossum Bud was talking about he thinks The Writing is on the Wall with Japanese again, and I've been curious about Korean cards because I've looked at these booster boxes because I really wanted to get a booster box of EV Heroes, and I was kicking myself because I was in the hobby right when they were releasing, and I didn't buy them, and then I left, and then I came back and I looked at the price and I'm like, what the hell? So again, I can't really predict the future for specific sets, but I do know what sets are really popular right now, and if you look at the Korean version, they are a lot cheaper. And I've been thinking about getting Korean cards for a while because to me it just seems like the Japanese thing all over again. It's good print quality, you got boxes for much cheaper, sets that you want, and personally, if you're only collecting for the art and you don't play the game, I think that the characters of other languages, like the kanji of other languages, are a lot more interesting than the plain old English. Now, I don't really care too much about reading the cards. I think having Japanese lettering on the cards is much more interesting aesthetically. So personally, I think if you're only into collecting for visuals, you might not really care if you're collecting simplified Chinese or Korean or whatever. So I personally think that Korean might be a smart move right now. It might be the way that I made that Japanese move in 2020, 2021. It might be the move that I want to make right now. I'm considering it. Here are some prices. I'll throw them on screen, but the prices are relatively good. I would say damn near competitive compared to English prices on some of these things. I mean, Fusion Strike booster box is hitting like $400-ish. It's kind of insane. I wish I bought it, and that was only a couple months ago. I don't know. Prices are going insane. Obviously, we're in a bubble. You don't even know my face probably because I'm one of the new guys that all the Pokemon YouTubers like Pokeoz, Opossum Bud, like all these people are talking about, yeah, you know, these new people come on the scene, and I mean, PU, right? And I'm one of those people. Like, nobody knows who I am, and I'm like mostly investing. I do also collect, so you know, don't sue me, but like, yeah, you know, I invest in stuff like that. I'm not really a flipper or a scalper. I like to invest, but yeah, so anyway, I think Korean is the way to go. I think it might be on the come up, and I think simplified Chinese is interesting too. I think the characters look a lot more similar to Japanese, but personally the reason that I would go with Korean is because I think that the Korean influence in the West is really stronger now than it ever has been. People love K-pop, and I feel like Korean looks a little different. It's got like the circular kind of lettering. It's interesting. It's nice to look at. I like it. I would say that Korean is the move. Again, here are some of the prices, but yeah, for that, it's got me thinking. It's got me thinking. And I was thinking about this before, and now that Opossum is saying, oh, The Writing is on the Wall, and he even mentioned simplified Chinese and Korean, I'm like, okay, I feel like my hunch is going to be right, and you're always kicking yourself when you have that super strong hunch, and then it pays off, but you didn't take the chance. It's like, this might be one of those times. So I'm probably going to invest in some Korean boxes. I just got some more Sea and Sky boxes this morning, another listing posted, so now I have a couple more coming because I think that, again, if you didn't see my last video, I talked about Sea and Sky boxes being the move. You can get around $5 or $5.70 a pack. I'm rambling. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't subscribe, don't like, because I'm not going to be here talking about Pokemon in a couple months. I'm just kidding. I think. I don't know. I make Pokemon content on and off. I make content on and off. But if you, for some reason, want to stick around, I would appreciate it. So yeah, click like, click subscribe. Love you so much. Again, good luck out there if you're hunting for restocks. It's dude. So yeah, bye.